Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Weekly Education Pulse, your quick global roundup of what's shaping the international school sector. I'm Sami.
I'm Tony. Each week we bring to you the latest stories, trends, and talking points from around the world of education.
Yeah, this week we've got big moves from some of the sector's biggest names. New school openings in Jordan, Cambodia, and Singapore, plus ISC Research's call for the Edruptors of 2025.
And we'll finish with a deep dive into ISC Research's brand new white paper on well-being, exploring how international schools are making staff and students' well-being a core part of school culture.
Yeah, so grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's jump into what's making headlines this week. And we'll kick off with a major development in the MENA region. InspireEd Education Group has announced the addition of Modern Montessori School, or MMS for short, in Amman, Jordan, to its global family of premium schools.
That's right, MMS has been around since 1985 and is one of Jordan's most respected K-12 schools. It offers Montessori in the early years and full IB continuum, which makes it one of the first IB schools in the kingdom.
Yeah, the school's reputation is impressive. A 100% IB diploma pass rate this year across 122 students, and nearly half of the cohort scored 35 points or above. That places MMS among Jordan's top performers nationally.
Inspired now operates over 100 schools, educating more than 95,000 students across 6 continents. This acquisition further strengthens its footprint in the Middle East and North Africa, a region where demand for premium education schooling continues to grow.
Yeah, according to InspireEd's founder and CEO Nadim Souli, said that this partnership marks a new chapter for InspireEd in Jordan. And it seems likely that MMS will soon benefit from the group's broader global network, from student exchanges to international camps and sporting events.
Completion of the sale is still pending regulatory approval, but it's another clear sign that the consolidation trend among international schools is continuing, particularly among those offering IB pathways.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to see a Montessori-rooted school joining a global premium goods group. It shows how diverse education models are finding space within these international portfolios.
Next up, big news from Cambodia, where Mong Group, one of the country's largest conglomerates, has announced a $100 million investment in iCAN British International School.
Yeah, and this isn't just another real estate play. The investment is part of Chipmung's long-term strategy to integrate premium international education within its new Grand Landmark 271 development in Phnom Penh.
iCAN has been one of Cambodia's most respected international schools since its founding in 2004, offering a blend of the international primary curriculum and the UK national curriculum. The school's reputation for innovation and student-centred learning has made it a key player in Cambodia's education landscape.
Yeah, what's interesting here is Chipmung's broader vision to combine dream homes and dream schools. The group's leadership said they want to make international standard education part of everyday community life for Cambodian families.
And it's a part of that wider trend we've been seeing across Southeast Asia, property developers and investors recognising that education's infrastructure adds long-term value to urban development.
Exactly, with Cambodia's demand for international standard education continuing to rise, this partnership reinforces growing investor confidence in the country's human capital and long-term potential.
And a $100 million investment certainly signals that optimism loud and clear.
And staying in Southeast Asia, we go to Singapore, where Wycombe Abbey School Singapore has officially announced it will open in September 2026, bringing another major British school brand to the city's international school scene.
That's right, the new co-educational K-12 day school will launch from a temporary site before moving to a purpose-built Huanggang Avenue 3 campus in 2028, about 20 minutes from both the CBD and Changi Airport.
Yeah, the project is a joint venture between Wycombe Abbey's international team and Singapore's WeHer Property Group, a developer already known for its education investments. Facilities planned for the permanent campus include STEM labs, performing arts spaces, sports halls, swimming pools, and outdoor learning areas.
And this marks the latest expansion from Wycombe Abbey Schools Asia, which already operates in Hong Kong and mainland China, and has another campus in South Korea expected by 2028.
It's a strong signal of confidence in Singapore's international education market. Despite its competitiveness, there's clearly still demand for high-end British schools, especially those offering global connectivity across multiple campuses.
Exactly. And for families in the northeast of Singapore, this adds one more top-tier option in what's already a very diverse ecosystem of international schools. And finally, it's that time of year again. ISC Research has launched its call for nominations for the Edruptors of 2025.
Yeah, this is ISC's annual celebration of the trailblazers, innovators, and game changers who've made a decisive impact on the global education landscape over the past year.
If you know someone redefining how we learn, teach, and inspire, now it's your chance to put their name forward. Nominations are open until the 7th of November.
You can submit your nominations directly via ISC Research's post on LinkedIn. Every year the Edruptors list highlights the individuals pushing education forward, from AI pioneers to wellbeing champions and sustainability advocates.
It's always a fascinating mix and a great reminder of how fast the education space is evolving.
Absolutely, and it's a nice way to wrap up the year by spotlighting those shaping the future of teaching and learning. And so, Tony, ISC Research, just sticking on them, has just released a new white paper titled How International Schools Are Prioritising Wellbeing for Staff and Students. I think this one really captures a shift in what we've been seeing across the sector.
Definitely. Wellbeing is no longer being treated as an optional extra. It's becoming central to how schools define success. The paper points out that academic achievement, student retention, and even staff sustainability all depend on communities where people feel safe, supported, and able to flourish.
Exactly. What stood out to me is how schools are embedding well-being not just through pastoral care, but by weaving it into the culture and the curriculum. Some of the examples on the report from Kenya, Germany, Romania, and the United Arab Emirates really show the balance between global priorities and local context.
And I like the section on measuring well-being. It's something that a lot of schools struggle with, turning something as human as well-being into something you can track and improve over time.
That's right. Yeah, the schools featured are taking a really practical approach, using surveys, feedback loops, and even partnerships with education suppliers to gauge what is working. It's about moving from good intentions to measurable impact.
And for staff, that's key. With recruitment and retention still a challenge worldwide, schools that take staff well-being seriously are seeing stronger loyalty and engagement.
That's it. Wellbeing isn't just about feeling good, it's about creating the conditions for learning and teaching to thrive. So you can download the white paper for free from the ISC Research website, and I definitely recommend giving it a read.
Great reminder that happy schools are high-performing schools.
Couldn't agree more. And that wraps up this week's Education Pulse. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts, especially if you've got wellbeing initiatives making an impact in your school.
That's all for this week's Education Pulse. 4 stories, one big theme. The sector keeps evolving, and wellbeing's clearly taking centre stage.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, comment, and share, and tell us the story that stood out to you the most.
Don't forget you can download that full wellbeing white paper and submit your Edruptors of 2025 nominations via ISC Research's LinkedIn page.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with more stories from across the international schools world. Until then,
stay curious, stay inspired, and stay connected.
See you then.